hauntedflower.com and hauntedflowerreviews.com. What is going on in the world that there are 6 different movies coming out the same week? Already this week, I have reviewed Of Gods and Men, Born to be Wild in 3D IMAX, also Win-Win, and just before this one, Arthur. And now this review is for Your Highness. And I've got another screening tonight for Soul Surfer, and then there's another one for Hannah. It's like the perfect storm. All of the movies are coming out the exact same week. But it's a good thing I'm here to help you figure out what you should go see. So far, Arthur is winning, but I'm going to tell you about Your Highness. Your Highness comes from director David Gordon Green, who was known for The Pineapple Express, and he brings his Pineapple Express gang back together in the form of Danny McBride and James Franco, who play brothers in a medieval time on a quest to save a lady love and meet another potential lady love on the way. Danny McBride of Eastbound and Down fame, awesome show, plays Thaddeus, who is the screw-up royal brother in the family, who is lazy and sits at home and gets high and doesn't really go on quests, and his fabulous brother Fabius, played by James Franco, does all the questing. He's the older brother, and he's the one in line to be king. On his latest quest, he comes back with a damsel he has rescued from a tower, who is Belladonna, played by Zooey Deschanel. They're in love and are going to get married, but unfortunately there is a crazy evil wizard, Lazar, played by Justin Theroux, who is going to mess this up and re-kidnap her. There's a prophecy and all this crazy stuff he's going to do because he wants to make her have, like, labor dragon, and never mind, you really don't need to know right now. The two brothers must quest together because of a lot of circumstances, and along the way they also come across Isabel, played by Natalie Portman, who has questing of her own to do, but she's mainly there to look pretty and be badass when the boys cannot. What can I tell you about this movie? The title should give you a hint. Your Highness. You almost want to be somewhat inebriated to see it. This is just a silly movie that you should probably see with your buddies and more maybe poke fun at than laugh with. It's just ridiculous. There's lots of jokes throughout. They very much aren't worried about keeping within the period. There's tons of profanity and sex, innuendos, all sorts of crazy things, drugs. It's just ridiculous. It's like Robin Hood Men in Tights, but with a much higher maturity rating for your kids should not see this movie. Things conveniently happen. There are far too many montages, but I think it's going to be somewhat quotable because of all the silliness that happens. The audience just kind of goes along with it because you know this movie is just utterly ridiculous. And I did laugh quite a lot during it, but some moments are just like, no, 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 please. No. For example, when Thaddeus finally actually defeats a foe, he takes a trophy. Said trophy is worn around his neck for a gag. I won't tell you what it is, but I'm saying it's something of shock value, and seeing it for a few seconds, that would have been enough for the joke. He wears it the rest of the movie, and it's a little distracting and just like, could it please go away now? I really don't need to see it anymore. I would not give this a very high rating, but you might still have a good time if you just go in with the intention that this is not an awesome movie. Don't expect much, otherwise you'll be really disappointed. And for most of you, a rental is in order. So thank you for watching my review, and I hope you'll tune in next time for another movie or anime review. Bye! Go to hauntedflower.com and check out the 2 designs for Japan-inspired t-shirts we are selling right now. All of the profits from these t-shirts will go towards the Japan Relief Fund that we are working on with Anime Fans Give Back to Japan over at Global Giving. For more reviews and to find out about free contest giveaways, go to hauntedflowerreviews.com. My reviews are also available as a podcast on iTunes. Search for Haunted Flower Reviews and subscribe and leave us feedback and comments. Our store is hauntedflower.com, where we specialize in fantastic licensed apparel from movies, TV shows, video games, anime, and more. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/hauntedflower and Twitter at haunted_flower.
If you're local to the Indianapolis area, visit indiemojo.com for details on how you can win free screening passes.